Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Course in Miracles lesson. My name is Deborah Fraley, and we are on lesson 336. Forgiveness lets me know that minds are joined. Forgiveness is the means appointed for perception's ending. Knowledge is restored after perception first is changed, and then gives way entirely to what remains forever past its highest reach. For sights and sounds, at best, can serve but to recall the memory that lies beyond them all. Forgiveness sweeps away distortions and opens the hidden altar to the truth. Its lilies shine into the mind and call it to return and look within to find what it has vainly sought without. For here and only here is peace of mind restored, for this the dwelling place of God Himself. In quiet may forgiveness wipe away my dreams of separation and of sin. Then let me, Father, look within and find your promise of my sinlessness is kept. Your word remains unchanged within my mind. Your love is still abiding in my heart. That is our lesson for today. Lesson 336. Forgiveness lets me know that minds are joined. So with that being said, I do have a message today that came into my awareness, and it may trigger some people, so I just want to be very transparent and forewarning up front, because it does have to do with mental health and the difference between duality and what we are experiencing here as we ascend into a higher dimension, and especially when it comes to the understanding around the traditional medicine versus the more energetic or esoteric way of viewing what people believe as behavioral symptoms, behavioral health symptoms, I guess would be the the term. Oh, someone doesn't want this message out. Already feeling it in the throat. But it's something that needs to be addressed because it's been going on for way too long. And so I'm going to try to keep it as concise as possible, but it's a very convoluted and deep wound within our society, and it's very misunderstood. And I do have to preface this message by saying that I'm not a healthcare professional. Well, actually I am, but I am not giving any healthcare advice. So please seek, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please seek your if you're having any signs and symptoms of any psychiatric symptoms, please seek your physician, nurse practitioner, whomever you refer to as your general medicine doctor. Go to the ER, emergency, whomever you need to see for any symptoms of that nature. So with that being said, I need to get that out there. Okay. So, what came into my awareness today, it's in my awareness all the time, but it really was front and center today because I was in the emergency department, and it was very prevalent. And and I see it just in general in my everyday work and what I do. And so we get people coming in, or they're reported from their loved ones with symptoms of hallucinations, reporting of seeing ghosts, hearing things, having auditory hallucinations, visual hallucinations. Let's see. And immediately, they get a psychiatric diagnosis. They get the psychiatric team on board and, give them a label of psychosis. And that's our traditional way. Or, they get labeled as paranoid. But who's to say, reported as hearing bizarre statements, but who's to say that the patients aren't, or the individual is not actually seeing ghosts and hearing what they are reportedly hearing? The sights and sounds aren't real. And so that is my point, is that our traditional medicine does not understand that individuals that have the ability to see and hear this type of stuff are just closer to the veil of separation, or like the higher you get, there's this veil, this lining that separates us from the different layers and realms of reality. You've got the 3D in heaven and all these different layers, and there's just some people that are just closer to that veil, and they have the ability and awareness to see that, and they automatically get these labels that because people don't understand it, and this is just the way it's been taught forever, passed on. No, it's, there's some people that understand it, but in our mainstream culture, this is just what it's always been taught. This is what we do. We give people pills. We numb it out. We don't look at alternative ways of dealing with it, like energetic work, healing work, believing the person, that's actually having the symptoms, and maybe recognizing, accepting it is for what it is, and so, and just treating it with the traditional pharmaceutical industry, and that doesn't work either, because, people, the symptoms of that particular road is just, there's just, people are not compliant. It just numbs them out, and they just, they would rather feel, if you just look at how many people are homeless because they can't function in that reality. They would rather not take that medicine and live on the streets than than have to conform to living, taking that medicine and having, because it's horrible. It's a horrible way of living. And, so I guess my question is, where, as we ascend, more and more people bring, this is going to be brought more into the awareness of, we're going to see more and more people just not being, coming in, and people not knowing what to do with this, and things that are traditional things are just not going to work. They're just not. And the light workers and people are just going to have to step up and, speak out, and, family and friends educating people, and just, what can we do to help? We need other schools of thought to come into, step forward and bring this awareness to society and to mainstream thinking, and saying, hey, that maybe there's other ways that we can help people that are having these symptoms and that are struggling with what's so-called mental illness, because what's out there right now is not working. If you just look out statistically as to like how many homeless people there are, and it's just, there's no place for them to go. And it's just, and even the things that they do have for them, it's not, they just can't, cope with that option. The pills and, like the side effects of the, it's just, it's horrible. So, and there's so many people and so many loved ones, and it's going to be becoming more prevalent as we continue to ascend. More and more people are going to be hearing and seeing things, and all of a sudden you're going to get a label of being crazy because you heard or you can see things now. That's something that we need to really be aware of, that, just because our gifts and abilities are coming online, be careful you don't get that label of craziness or whatever. People like to slap on all these labels. So I don't know, I just thought that, I know it's a very sensitive topic, and you might have a loved one that's struggling with something of this nature, and my heart goes out to you, because I know that the system is broken, and if we can somehow band together for the people that are awake and can, come together, and we can work on figuring out a new way, a new philosophy, a new way of, helping each other. And it's not, it's through A Course in Miracles and healing the mind and the way that we think, and just loving each other and being kind to each other, and I know that there's got to be a different and a better way. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on and suggestions on this, but forgiveness lets me know that minds are joined. So I'm now going to do the light language activation for today's lesson, and that was just a really rough topic today, but it just needed to come out, and I'm sending anyone so much love, and my heart just goes out to you. So I'm going to be channeling the light language activation today with these two crystals. So if you just like to get comfortable, I'll be calling in Jeshua and the Holy Spirit to assist with bringing in the messages that we need to hear today. For our beautiful viewers, what messages do we have for today's message, Spirit? What messages do they need to hear? Harmony. Peace. Glory. Let's walk together. This is all coming from Spirit. We can hold hands together. Come together. There is a solution. There ones. Love one another. And never give up. I'm sending you so much love, blessings, and abundance. I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson, light language activation and message. I'm sending you so much love, blessings, and abundance, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.